All right, all right, all right.
Here we are. Welcome, Maltsters.
BlabberMaltsters. We got Dave and Matthias out here today for our Tuesday show.
Yeah.
Kind of a neat little format we kind of stumbled upon, Dave, in the last week.
Yeah, I really like the way it's kind of evolved into an in-studio, full-hour, in-depth, interview with an interesting guest. And then in the intervening weeks, we have, we're out at a cool location.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago, we were in Railroad Brewing Company in Avon. I got a chance to try some of their beers on a little flight, walk around their establishment, kind of give them some props to the new location, and then had their brewer Corbin come in to our live show.
Yeah.
And kind of hang out and talk beer and brewing and all the other bull crap we get a chance to talk about.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was a good time.
And so you can see we have another guest with us today. This is Haley. And so
we're at another cool location.
I think I'm the only odd man out today because I see on your shirt Southern Tier.
Yes, we're at the Southern Tier Tap Room on Prospect in Cleveland.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Beautiful space. It's actually, surprisingly, my first time here. I know, Dave, it's not your first time here.
It's not my first time here. And actually, I used to drive into Pennsylvania, and it was real close to the New York border, Lakewood, New York. And I would stop up there and get a growler filled at Southern Tier up there. And on one of my trips, I picked up this. And that was like 12 years ago. So I'm a fan from way back.
Yeah, and to talk about some of the things that Southern Tier has done for the brewing community, we're looking forward to having them come back next week to our live broadcast in studio. And so we're going to try some beers today. We're going to get a really cool tour of this space. And one of the things I love about Southern Tier is you look back to some of the grandfather of craft breweries. They come to mind right off the bat.
Yeah, I think in as much as Great Lakes invented, for lack of a better term, the Christmas ale,
yeah, for sure.
I think Southern Tier, Pumpkin. They invented the fall.
The fall
beer.
pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
It's the king of all king of all pumpkin beers.
Yes.
And can't forget Warlock,
creme brulee stout.
Yes.
Great beers.
All fridges should probably have a sixer of the 2X IPA.
Yes, for
right?
sure.
Those are the things I'm talking about. So I'm not going to give a chance right now before we try any beers and do a walk around. Really, some of the things that we have going on today. Some events before we get rolling here at Southern Tier today. We want to make sure we always get some events out to everybody. This is a big week for a lot of people. Friday is Cinco de Mayo. So I know at Avon Brewing Company we have a Cinco de Mayo gathering. We're going to be doing tacos al pastor. We have our new Mexican lager, right? El Carnicero with the Red Butcher corn, top of the tahini and
had that Friday
for people.
Very good.
Excellent beer. We're going to do specials on margaritas, both there in Medina and at ZZ's. So check out all three locations. Remember we talked to Chris again last week over at Bascule.
Yes.
So Friday's a big day for him.
That new beer garden's opening up.
New beer garden's opening up. Bascule Beer Garden. So if you're looking for something to do out in the Lorraine area, make sure you stop over and see Chris at Bascule Brewing Company.
There's pictures on his Facebook page. It's huge. It's a huge beer garden.
Huge.
Awesome.
I think it more than doubles the space of his inside location.
Got some cornhole boards and all that stuff.
It looks beautiful. So get out there and check out Chris and family. Saturday is also kind of a fun event day for people. It is the races. What races?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What race is it, Dave?
I don't know. You told
horses.
me earlier. Yeah, there's horses racing. Yeah.
Kentucky.
It's a sports thing. Some sort of Grand Prix. It's the horse Grand Prix.
It's the horse Grand Prix.
Yes.
Kentucky Derby, crazy. As you'll be gaming probably that day. Kentucky Derby. So don your hats and nice dress clothes. Get out and support your local breweries. We love either Avon out here in Southern Tier. I'm sure you have some things you want to talk about as well. Lastly, for those people who are on the west side of Cleveland, next Thursday, the 11th, is the Best of the West event at Crocker Park.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
And if you haven't had tickets yet for that, get out and buy tickets. They're planning to have 700-plus people there, tons of vendors. Avon Brewing Company, we're up for Best Brewery on the west side. We're up also for Best Family Dining.
Shoe-in.
ZZ's is up for Best Wings, which is awesome. So come see us. Come try our beer. Come see all the other vendors that are there. Hang out, vote, have a good time. We'll put some deets in the bottom for some tickets. So, Haley, I'm going to turn it over to you. You can talk.
Hey, one more thing.
All right.
Billy Morris, Time Warp Bar, Westlake, Friday. Be there.
Yes, can't forget about Billy.
Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, guys. We really, really appreciate it. I am our sales and marketing manager here. I've been here since 2019, so right before COVID came and wiped most of us out.
The world.
Yeah.
But I handle most of our private events that we have going on, as well as some local marketing initiatives and things. But we've been here since 2018, so we're going on year 5, if I did the math correct, here in September, which is really exciting. We're happy to be back, and now that we have events happening back over at Rocket Mortgage and Progressive, we're starting to see the crowds come back in, which is very, very, very exciting.
It's a good crowd here tonight.
We do have a good crowd here tonight, which is not surprising, but it is for a Tuesday. We do half-off appetizers on Tuesdays, so we're starting to see some traction, so come check us out. It's really great, especially on this rainy Tuesday, to still get out downtown and support the local businesses.
Yeah, for sure.
So, any big events coming up that you want to talk about?
We do Singo every other Monday. Sometimes that gets shifted around depending on if there's a game or a concert going on, but if you check out our Facebook page, we keep that pretty up to date. We have a 2X Jam happening later in June, as well as Pints and Puzzles Night, which will be Alice in Wonderland themed, and it'll be more of an escape room type style, so it's a really cool event. I believe that's June 13th. We might switch dates on that depending. Again, we are very much at the whim of what's happening downtown. But if you check out our Facebook page, Instagram, we keep all of that pretty up to date so you can see what we have going on here in the tap room.
Want to give our viewers those deets. How do you find yourself on Facebook?
Yeah, I would say the best place to start is to go to our website, stbcbeer.com. You can choose the Cleveland page from there. We have all of our tap rooms listed on there too, so you can always check out and see what else we have going on if you happen to be traveling through Pittsburgh or New York. We also have a tap room in Buffalo now as well. So
in North Charlotte?
We have an ABV tap room in Charlotte. So under our umbrella company of ABV, there's Bold Rock, there's 6 Point, Victory, and us. So that specific tap room kind of features everybody. So if you're ever out in the Charlotte area, it's really cool because you kind of get a really good feel for everything that we do here.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah. And I did notice on the taps when we came in that it isn't just Southern Tier proper. We have some Southern Tier Cleveland beers that we're going to try tonight. I think there's 5 on. We're going to try them all 5. You also have Victory, 6 Point. So a lot of other choices to choose from when you're here. It's a one-stop shop. Beer to go. We're resting our camera on a double IPA mix pack, 2 X Factor pack. So that's pretty exciting too. So what we're going to do now is I think we have the opportunity to come and introduce your brewer here.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our brewer, Jason. He does a phenomenal job. He's going to walk you through some of the beers he's done here on site. So I will hand it over to him.
Perfect.
Excellent. It's my favorite part of the show, Matthias.
Favorite part of the show.
Tasting beers.
Hello.
What's happening? Come this way so you can get yourself in the camera.
Yeah.
There we go.
Squeeze us in. So
we
why don't
go.
you introduce yourself?
My name's Jason. I'm the brewer here in Southern Tier, Cleveland. I've been with Southern Tier since 2014, working up at the main brewery, and came down here to help open this place up. And yeah, ever since then, we have like 30 taps to fill, and I try to keep at least 4 of them filled with something exclusive that you can only get here in the tap room.
Okay.
So these are the 5 we've got on right now.
Excellent.
So let's walk through them.
What size brew house you're working with here?
I'm working on a 7-barrel brew house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good size.
7-barrel brew house, 4 bright tanks, but then once in a while we'll keg a few off and fill some more lines. So that's why we got 5 here today. So we have some that come and go, like some that stick around most of the time, and others that are like one-offs. So we'll start with one of the most popular ones, Praise the Haze, which I apologize is a little less hazy than usual, but it still tastes very good.
It happens, brother.
Yeah, so hazy IPA, about 6.5%, cashmere hops, Idaho 7, and Citra. And actually, I don't know if it's a very popular way to do it. I know some brewers try to do this, but I don't boil any hops. It's just 100% dry hopped on there.
Yeah. Well, that goes to our show last week about the survivability of that Idaho 7, right?
For sure.
Yeah, so it's one of the most popular ones, if not the most popular. It's probably tied for first place on that. So we try to keep it on as often as possible, but it goes pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Especially because with all those hops, the yield is pretty terrible.
It's good.
It is very good, yeah.
All right.
All right, next up, this one, first attempt at this beer, My Bach, we're calling My Oh My. It's coming about 5.5%. Pretty simple, just Pils Vienna and some Type 1 Munich and some noble hops.
Oh yeah, that's good. You can drink a lot of these.
That's the idea.
When the weather breaks, you're going to run out of this quick.
So we're actually bringing back our really popular lager. This one was sort of like a little bit of a change from, but the Legacy lager will be coming back in a few weeks.
Okay.
So that one's a Vienna lager. It's much less hop forward than this one, and it's just 100% Vienna malts and Mexican lager yeast. So yeah, if you want that lawnmower beer, I'd come back for that one in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next up, Irish Red. These guys came in to get just the last of it because obviously this came out for St. Paddy's Day.
So tell us about the Irish Red. What's
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty standard. We got some English pale ale malt, Maris Otter actually, a little bit of caramel 80, a tiny bit of chocolate malt, and some EKG hops. And most of these I get like some pitchables for, but this one and the final one are brewed in our house ale yeast. So the stuff they make in New York and ship me a whole keg full of it down here. One of the benefits of having a big parent brewery.
So how's that work? When you look at bringing kegs down, they just ship them through distributors down to you?
Yeah, they ship through our distributors. Just send them on a big truck and pull them on the door. Not much to it.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. So I'm assuming you guys have probably heard of the Pink Boots Society.
Yes.
So we try to do a Pink Boots beer every year, and we get all the women who work here who want to be involved, get them in a big meeting together, and kind of spitball what they're interested in making. And they decided they wanted.
Did Haley contribute?
Haley did contribute.
Yeah, excellent.
She doesn't like spicy food, so it's not her thing exactly.
Yeah.
But so this is called RBG, standing for Red Berry Goza, and for the judge. So this one is a fruited goza with strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry, and habaneros, and a little bit of sea salt.
Okay, yeah.
I get that.
It's getting that spice at the end. Very subtle, yeah.
Yeah, my first time working with peppers, so I was a little worried about going overboard, but it seems we got a pretty good balance there.
Did you use fresh peppers or did you use a dry pepper?
I used fresh habaneros and just roasted them in our oven here, and just kind of broke them up a little bit. Left took the stems out, but left the seeds and the pulp and all that in there.
Okay.
And, infused it in a modified half barrel for about a week, and then mixed a little bit in at a time until it tasted right.
I think you hit it. I think you hit it on the head there.
Thank you.
I like that one.
All right, and last one, just a simple oatmeal stout. Call it Ota Did It Again. I'm pretty proud of this one. I think it came out really, really nice. I'm always a big fan of the dark beers. The stouts, porters, brown ales are always my favorite. I maybe should have put it before the pepper beer. Sorry, guys.
No.
Yeah, I'm letting the first sip to wash that capsaicin off my tongue.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So all 5 of these are brewed right here in Cleveland, and they were all excellent. So Praise Haze, the My Oh My Bach, the Irish Red, the RBG, which was the fruited sour with peppers, and then the oatmeal stout. Right here on draft, brewed right here in Cleveland, and we're going to take a tour right now. I think we get a chance to do that, right?
Sure, yeah.
So we're going to have an exclusive opportunity today to take a quick tour. Bob, we're going to call you 10 because that's what I heard your nickname is.
Sure, yeah.
So and tell us about that. Why 10?
It's not an interesting story. I'm just from Tennessee.
That is interesting. That's where we do a podcast, right?
We had way too many Jasons already. So.
A lot of Jasons, so we're going to call him 10. So Jason 10 is going to take us around, do a little tour. Right now we're in the party room. I'll try to do a little 360 and we'll follow you
Open
out.
this door so you can see the tanks.
See the tanks behind us. It's going to be like a money shot behind me. Uh-oh, watch this. Bam. So, 10, why don't you take us around, show us the brew house, and then we'll take a little 360 of the tap room, and then maybe down to the basement where you have a little event center, and then your cellar.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'll just take the camera.
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. Right this way.
All right.
Okay.
So, love the music. It's a nice atmosphere down here in town. So, tell us about your brew system.
Okay, so it's a Prospero 7-barrel brew house. It's about as compact as you can make a 7-barrel brew house. In fact, I got my feet are 3 times as big as the steps over there, but I manage. So yeah, just mash ladder combo on top of the hot liquor tank, kettle whirlpool. It's a nice little manifold tying everything together, all based off of one pump.
For sure.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And yeah, so we got 4 7-barrel fermenters back here. Sorry guys, no, it's a tight squeeze. Yeah. So
you said 4 fermenters.
That's right.
And then from the fermenters, where do we go from there?
So from these fermenters, we go through right down below you here. We got these 2 stainless steel pipes. Right now, I got the hoses hooked up to them, but got a supply and return to send things down to our cellar and back up. We have 4 corresponding bright tanks right below us, which are also serving tanks. They go right to the last 4 taps on our tap tower.
Wonderful.
And yeah, if you're curious right now what we have in these tanks, we only got 3 of them filled. But on the far end we have, so you didn't get to try one today, but we actually have a fruited Goza series that we call Anything Goza, and then we just change the fruits each time. So we have a watermelon one fermenting right now. Then we have our Legacy Lager, that's that Vienna lager I was talking about that's coming out soon. This one's going to be another Praise the Haze next week. And then right here we have a brand new one called Dark and Eerie, which will be a black IPA.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for letting us see your brewery. This is like you said, compact. I mean, we have a 5-barrel in Avon, which is compact.
Yeah.
We have 4 fermenters and a bright there too. So, wonderful setup. Excited you guys brew here in Cleveland. All the beers you produced here were wonderful. So,
thank you.
I'm going to turn it over to Dave because he loves cellar work. It's his favorite thing in the whole world. So he'll follow you down. And before we head downstairs, I'll do a little pan of the tap room, and we'll go from there.
Sounds great.
Matthias is a way better cameraman than me. We lost Matthias. He's behind the bar. There he is. Well, these are interesting.
All right, yeah. So before we get to the cellar, technically this is part of the cellar. We got these 3 fooders here from American Fooder Crafters. Currently, we only had one filled recently, and I actually just emptied it on Friday, so that'll be on tap pretty soon. It's what I'm sort of calling a Flemish red-ish sort of beer. Definitely does not meet style requirements, but it's closest to that than to anything else. But yeah, it's a Saccharomyces and Brett and lacto and PDO.
Oh, wow.
And,
I can't wait to try that.
Yeah, lots
Sounds
of complex
amazing.
malts in there. And yeah, behind us we have, and before, you probably just saw some second ago, but barrels all around. A mix of barrels that we've used in the past at the brewery, as well as new ones that we, from our distillery, which has been open for a few years now. Actually, only have about 4 of them full right now. Some whiskey barrels. We're aging the stout you guys tasted, as well as our Irish cream stout from the main brewery, and the sugar cookie beer, which would be, kind of sounds weird, but probably pretty good, I think.
That sounds amazing.
I know, since I've watched an episode of yours, I know you guys like Saisons.
Oh, yeah.
All those barrels in the bottom there, we actually shipped them here full of a very high-strength Saison Asian wine barrels.
Excellent.
Fortunately, it's long gone by now.
We might be leaving with those tonight.
All right. So, watch that corner there. Cool. So, very cramped, but here's the cellar. Like I said, we got 4 corresponding bright tanks for each of the fermenters. These are all tied directly to taps 27 through 30.
Okay.
So we got all the ones you just tasted, the My Oh My, the RBG, Praise. That one at the end there is one that's full with the red ale, the Flanders-ish red ale.
Okay.
Plate and frame filter when I do filtering. And then right beside us here, we got these 2 just generic jacketed tanks that we modified so that we could do our quick sours in there instead of doing it in the kettle. So they're tied to a separate glycol line that's only heated. So I keep them at that nice, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, wow.
Knock a sour down to like a day and a half instead of 2 years.
Yeah, really. That's cost effective. Boiler. Yeah.
Electric steam generator.
So the lines come down.
Oh, yeah. So they come right to the floor right
Okay,
here.
right there. Yeah.
Right over our heads.
Stainless steel.
And, yeah. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a real slick operation. I really appreciate you taking us through. Giving us the
that was
opportunity to check out the
fantastic.
operation.
So, beautiful place. What a great brewery. Thanks for the tour. Look forward to having you both in the studio next Tuesday. It's going to be really a great time. Going to ask you some really cool questions about beer and
we'll
brewing.
really get into it.
Related to beer and brewing. And, of course, all the good things bull crap. So, again, we're going to hang out tonight. We've got a bunch of people here to eat some food and drink some beer. And thank you again. Appreciate it, Haley.
Appreciate you
Thanks,
guys.
10.
Thank you so much.
All right, until then, guys.
10.
Until then, stay malty, Cleveland.